stream. Okay, this live stream is going to be a rant. I'm very frustrated right now. I wanted to stream this last night actually, but I had shit to take care of this morning, so I went to sleep pretty early last night. But I think YouTube as a platform needs to die. I genuinely believe that YouTube needs to either clean house and have new rules in place that prevents bullshit like this from happening, or they just need to get rid of YouTube altogether, because YouTube has been stage 4 cancer at this point. So what am I talking about? Well, first of all, let's discuss a minor situation that also relates to this. So there is a YouTuber out there named It's a Gundam. I've checked his content out from time to time. Not really a big fan, but I don't dislike the guy either. He made a video in a satirical way, mind you, making fun of Pokimane and claiming that her fan base is nothing but a bunch of simps. Okay? Everybody has joked about girl Twitch streamers at some point in their lives. It's happened before. But he made a video entirely dedicated to it and pretty much was making fun of her, the Sims, which it's okay because it's for comedy. I'm sure that, you know, Pokimane's fan base doesn't just consist of simps, even though I think the majority of them are. I don't think that that's all of them. Okay, I don't think so. But Pokimane didn't like this video. She watched it live on stream. I would show clips, but I can't do that during a live stream. But I wanted to get this message out there anyway. She didn't like the fact that It's a Gundam had made all of these satirical statements about her and her fan base. And pretty much told her sponsors, his sponsors, you know, you shouldn't be sponsoring this guy because he makes fun of me and he bullies me. Which is not the case, because let me tell you something. If somebody is making fun of you for the sake of comedy, it's allowed. It's okay. There's TV shows, movies, and plenty of other forms of media that do this type of shit all the fucking time. A perfect example that I always bring up is South Park. That show constantly makes fun of all kinds of people, no matter their race, religion, or sexuality, and they make fun of countless celebrities on the show. Yeah, sure, celebrities get pissed off, but celebrities don't go and start trying to cancel in South Park because, you know, South Park hurt their feelings, you know, like Tom Cruise, okay? And to me, it's like, why do you need to go after his sponsors? If his sponsors are sponsoring his content that you don't like, they obviously see something in him that you don't. Okay? They're sponsoring him for a reason, because they like his content. They are okay with this satirical statement. But because of a person like you, who has a bigger base, like a bigger fan base, and a bigger impact on the Twitch and YouTube community, the It's a Gundam sponsor dropped him. Now, we don't know exactly who the sponsor was, but It's a Gundam claims that it was a very, very big video game company, big enough that they had their own E3 press conference last year. So I'm assuming it must be either a AAA developer or something like that. But yeah, there's no reason, because this is why Pokimane did it. This is why Pokimane did it. She did it to try up because she didn't like the criticism. And to me, it's like, I agree with Tipster News, how he thinks about public figures. You are a public figure. You are going to face criticism. You are going to get made fun of. That's part of being a celebrity on the internet. That's part of the process. You can't just silence criticism or silence parody. You can't do that. under any circumstance. I guarantee you, if Pokimane didn't have as much as an impact as she does on the internet right now, I guarantee you people would be laughing at her and making fun of her even more. But because she has this big ass fan base, which I guarantee you is mostly consisted of simps, they're willing to defend Pokimane no matter what. And that to me is bullshit. And the fact that It's a Gundam sponsor dropped him because of what Pokimane did, by saying, oh, he's wrong for making a satirical video, which he has every right to make, is bullshit. But that's not what the main reason why I'm going live right now. The main reason why I'm going live right now is about H3H3 and Keemstar. Now, what am I talking about? Well, H3H3 dropped a contact nuke on Keemstar a couple days ago. I think it's like maybe a day or two ago. Okay? And I watched the video. Okay? And H3H3, he mentioned some points that I think at this point are common knowledge and is overly covered already. You know, like he talks about how he accused of like some old man of being a pedophile when he actually wasn't. Shit like that. Shit that we already know Keemstar for. The racism, all that shit. We all know that Keemstar's a piece of shit. Okay? But here's where I have the problem with that video. Okay? And this is at the point where I just stopped watching. Is he brings Etika to the table. Now, if you guys don't know who Etika is, he was a big Nintendo streamer. Just fuck it, we'll call him a gaming streamer. But he mostly was a Nintendo fan. He was a streamer that used to stream, who was pretty much known for his crazy ass opinions on certain things and his Smash reactions. That was what Etika was known for. That was the reason anyways why I tuned in to Etika, because I used to get hyped seeing Etika's reactions to Smash trailers. I really did. They got me pumped up for games, for Smash games, specifically Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. Okay? And Etika sadly passed away over almost a year now. He committed suicide, he jumped off a bridge, and it really left an impact on the entire community, on the entire YouTube community, and just the internet as a whole. Because Etika was not being taken seriously by anybody. Because he would say this really outlandish shit, and people just thought it was a publicity stunt, when it wasn't. This was a man that was crying out for help, and nobody trusted him, because Etika, yes, he has done crazy shit in the past, but whether he was fake, it's not a matter of whether if he was faking it or not, because he obviously wasn't faking it. But let's say if he was still alive, and it ended up finding out that it was just fake and that this was just for show, it doesn't matter. You need to take somebody who is claiming that they are suicidal seriously, no matter what. Because if you don't, like what just happened with Etika, you'll end up seeing somebody that actually does kill themselves. And that's not okay. So, you might be asking yourself, well, Armani, what does Etika have to do with H3H3 and Keemstar? Well, in that contact nuke that H3H3 uploaded, he decided that it was a good idea to heavily imply that Keemstar was responsible for Etika's death. Okay. First of all, there's a couple things wrong with that statement. Number one, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I think that it was us, the community, that was responsible for Etika's death, because like I said already, nobody took Etika seriously. Everybody thought that when Etika got arrested on that Instagram live that he made, like a couple months before he died, I think it was around March, I want to say, when he did this, and people just thought that this was just a publicity stunt. Until he actually went to the hospital and then got released like 6 hours later. Okay? Nobody was taking Etika seriously. His quote-unquote fans, the point. They thought that Etika was faking all of this shit. And I will say this, Keemstar did say some pretty ignorant shit in the beginning. But you could see later on, if you go on Twitter right now and go to advanced search and go to Keemstar and Etika, you will see that Keemstar was like very concerned about his health and keep trying to like lift up Etika, saying, hey man, keep doing what you're doing. You have a purpose, and that is to entertain people. People look up to you. Saying shit like that. If somebody, if he didn't care about Etika the way that Ethan from H3H3 made it out to be in his contact nuke, then you would have think by now that Keemstar would have been cancelled. He would have been cancelled because, like I said, the Etika situation was a really big fucking deal when it happened. But this is what pisses me off even more than that, okay? It's already bad enough that he drags in a dead man who, by the way, actually liked Keemstar. Let me also make that clear. Etika actually liked Keemstar. He liked Drama Alert. He wanted to be on Drama Alert. He was ecstatic when he got to be interviewed by Keemstar on Drama Alert. Okay, so for anybody that wants to make the claim of, oh, Etika didn't like Keemstar, the last video that he made, which was like his suicide note, he wishes nothing but the best for Keemstar. But H3H3 doesn't give a shit because he was trying to push a narrative with his content nuke. And I could see it. That's why I stopped watching the video, because I couldn't believe the bullshit that I was hearing. But what makes this even worse is he heavily implies that Keemstar was a result of Etika committing suicide by saying, it's funny how Keemstar told Etika that he should just jump off a bridge, and then a couple months later, Etika ended up jumping off of a bridge, or something along those lines. And if you watch Keemstar's video on him addressing the situation, he gives the video full context of what he was talking about. And they were talking about the simulation theory, where Etika believed, or Etika was, I guess, thinking about how if life is just a simulation or some shit like that. And Keemstar was trying to tell him that if life's just a simulation, then why don't you just go kill yourself? Because there's no point of living if it's just a simulation, if everything was just predestined. And he was saying that that's a scary thought to have, that you shouldn't have that thought. But that was because Ethan from H3H3 was pushing a fucking narrative. He was trying to make Keemstar look bad. And listen, I don't like Keemstar. I haven't kept up with Keemstar since 2016 when Grade A Under A, Leafy Is Here, and Pyrocynical all made videos about him. I haven't heard shit about Keemstar since then. Maybe the occasional meme here and there, but I have not watched a single video from Drama Alert since 2016, since I was 12. Okay? I'm 16 now. It's 4 years later. There are so many things that Ethan could... Here's a perfect example. Tipster News said this best, in my opinion. I think it was Tipster News. It was somebody that I know. Where, if Ethan really wanted to make Keemstar look bad on that content nuke, you know what he could have done? Shamed Keemstar for ruining Toby Turner's career, Tobuscus' career, with those allegations that came out. And making it seem like those allegations were legitimate and that they were all real with proof when there wasn't. You could have used that in your content nuke to make Keemstar look like a piece of shit. He's already a piece of shit. We in the entire YouTube community already know that Keemstar is a fucking dick. We know that already. But to bring a dead man who committed suicide around this time last year and bring him up to a fight that Etika should not be involved in is bullshit. But it gets even worse. But because after he implies that Keemstar was the thing that pushed Etika off the limit, he calls out his sponsor, G Fuel, which I don't know about anybody else, but because I used to watch Drama Alert back in the day, and also Face, but mainly Drama Alert, I found out about G Fuel as a brand. Whether you like the guy or not, G Fuel has gotten a lot of support because of Drama Alert and how big it is. Okay? And they dropped him. Now, Keemstar in his video claims that, he resigned, that he basically backed off the sponsorship to make their brand look good. How much is true? Maybe it could be a case, because Pro Jared did the same thing with Normal Boots when he was in his situation where he was being accused of being a predator. It could be true that Keemstar may have dropped the partnership to make G Fuel still look good as a brand. That could have been the case. We don't know. But all we know is that G Fuel is no longer partnered with Keemstar. The main thing that people have been speculating is that G Fuel dropped him, which I kind of am starting to believe now, considering that it just makes too much sense, because it's a Gundam sponsor dropped him, and now G Fuel dropped him. It makes sense, you get what I'm saying? But that's not the point. The point is that this dude, Ethan, went after this man's source of income and used Etika's death as a way to get G Fuel to drop his sponsorship. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe in, what you're racist. I don't care what you are as a person. I don't care what your status is. That is the most bullshit, disgusting, and unprofessional act I think I've seen in a while. It's already bad enough that Pokemon did it. Okay? Because that I'm gonna keep it real. That broad is nothing compared to what Ethan is. Because see, Ethan has been the savior of the commentary side of YouTube. He's been the guy that everybody goes to try to stop bullshit people like Keemstar in the past. He used to hate on people who would go after one another. And now Ethan is becoming the same thing that he has talked shit about throughout his entire YouTube career. And it's ridiculous how, if this dude wanted to go after his sponsorship, which it's already fucked up, you could have used the Toby Turner situation, and that would have gotten rid of his sponsorship probably. I don't know. I'm not G Fuel. I don't run that company. But you used a dead man situation to get Keemstar's sponsors to drop him. That is unprofessional and unacceptable, because now there's a precedent set on YouTube. And this is why I want YouTube to be gone now. Is because now, if people have beef with each other on YouTube, they're gonna go after their source of income. They're gonna go after sponsorships and all this shit. And to me, it's like, you can have an opinion on somebody. You can hate them all you want. You can criticize them all you want. But you don't have to go out of your way to fucking ruin their life because it doesn't fit your agenda or something. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's why I'm pissed off. Because Etika said that he wishes that he doesn't want anybody to go after anyone. He wants to just let it be. He would not want this shit. Etika would not want this shit. And I guarantee you, if Etika was still alive right now, breathing well and mentally okay, Etika would have probably been backing up Keemstar right now. I guarantee it. Because Etika actually liked Keemstar. He wanted to be on Drama Alert. His mother said the same thing, and his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, said the same fucking thing. It's ridiculous. Pyrocynical was right when I watched his video on Let Etika Rest. I saw it the day it came out because I was really frustrated and depressed as all hell that Etika had passed away. Because Etika is the reason why I am the Nintendo fan I am today. I always was a Nintendo fan ever since I was a little kid. But I have never been more hyped to see Nintendo content now than ever before, thanks to Etika. Etika is the reason why I get so hyped with Smash now. Why I'm as big as I am with Smash now. Why I started to get competitive in Smash now. Etika's the reason why. Okay, and to see his name being dragged into this bullshit is ridiculous, stupid, and unacceptable. Unacceptable. Why did you have to bring Etika into this, Ethan? Why couldn't you have used anything else? Why did you have to imply that Keemstar killed Etika when he didn't? Sure, Keemstar did say some shit that was fucked up. I don't have the tweets on me right now, but I did know of tweets that he made to Etika that were pretty fucked up. Saying shit like, you need to start going more crazy often or some shit like that. I don't know. I can't. This is why I want YouTube to die. Because the drama. I thought that YouTube was getting bad with the Suzy Lou situation. But this just fucking takes the cake. You used a dead man, a suicidal dead man, and you used it to make yourself, to prove a point. What point did you prove? The only point you just proved to me, Ethan, is how much of a fucking dick you are. And now, after this situation, I'm unsubscribing from your channel and no longer am supporting your shit anymore. And that's tough for me. You know why? Because I actually liked your content, H3H3. I like your shit. But not anymore. Not anymore. I always used to defend you when every time, or not always defend, whenever I got into a conversation with somebody about H3H3 and the shit that he's done in the past, always defended him. Every time. But I can't defend you in this situation anymore. You can't use a dead man to prove a point and to make someone lose their sponsorship. You can't do that. And now, you and Pokimane have said it, like I said, you have set a statement now. Now, if anybody wants to have beef with each other on YouTube, or on Twitch, on Mixer, whatever fucking platform that you can stream and upload content on, just go after their sponsor now. Go after their source of income. We can't have fucking reasonable conversations. You know, it's not like, it's not hard to set up a mediation meeting where we could discuss this in a civilized manner and not have to be at each other's throats and having fan bases attack another fan base. It's ridiculous. Unnecessary. And it really does prove what Pyrocynical said in his video, Let Etika Rest. That even on the internet, you can't die right. You can't even die right on the internet. You can't let a dead man rest on the internet. And that pisses me off to the boil. It makes me want to lose my shit. I am not a drama channel. I am not a commentary channel. I'm just some fucking piece of shit who likes to stream gameplay and have a laugh. Because guess what? In this world, it's hard to be positive and optimistic. But I like to be optimistic and positive. Because I want to believe that the world is filled with good people. And is filled with plenty of good shit that people just don't see. I want to believe that. But with shit like this, it's hard for you to believe it. It just goes to show how heartless we can be as human beings. Very immature and very unprofessional from Ethan, from H3H3. Very unprofessional. You should be ashamed of yourself. Same with Pokemon. They both should be fucking ashamed of themselves for going after sponsors to make a point, to make a statement. You don't have to fucking do that. Especially, again, like I said with Ethan, you don't have to use a dead man to make a point. You don't have to do that, but you did it anyways. And if Pokemon and H3H3 think that they're safe from this shit, oh man, they have a world of trouble coming to them right now that they're not ready for. They're not ready for it. I guarantee you there is going to be a war on this platform. A fucking war. Okay, you're going to be having content creators at each other's throats. And to me, it's going to, at that point, I'm just going to stop using YouTube. I really will. And that means I had to start watching TV shows and movies again. Instead of watching this shit, watching YouTube, and stop supporting content creators who do this kind of shit, I will. I will completely just stop doing YouTube. I'll give up on my streaming on YouTube. I'll boycott the fuck out of YouTube. I'll maybe support another kind of platform that does the same thing where you can upload content. Because YouTube needs to die. Because shit like this shouldn't be happening on the platform. Shit like where you can, because you got your ass hurt, you can get your sponsorship taken away. That shouldn't happen. But it is happening. And then it's going to become stage 4 cancer on YouTube. And on Twitch. Especially on Twitch. Because you cannot say something, not even one thing on Twitch without worrying if you're breaking Twitch's terms of service. This bullshit, this drama that has been blown out of proportion needs to stop. It needs to stop. Period. And if it sounds like I'm angry right now, I am angry. Because now I'm starting to see drama from people that I watch. And as an audience member for some of these YouTube channels, I shouldn't have to see this shit. Because I don't go to YouTube for fucking drama. I go to YouTube to laugh my ass off and be entertained. Because YouTube is my form of entertainment. And yes, when I was much younger, 4 years ago, when I was 12, I would have been all over this shit. But I'm much more mature now and don't like drama anymore. Especially with experiences that I have dealt with in my own personal life when it comes to drama. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but because of how I act sometimes I get myself involved in drama. And that's my thing, man, is I don't want to be seeing this shit. And I know some people will say, oh, then just stop watching the content, that type of content. If you have people that I watch, like Some Ordinary Gamers, you know, Review Tech USA, or Tipster News. Maybe Tipster News is the exception. Because I do go to him sometimes for YouTube drama. But not because I'm into it, it's because I know that he'll talk about it in a professional and civilized manner to where I can understand and take away from it and see both sides. But I don't have to subject myself to this shit from content creators that I watch. And I know they do it because it's the hot trending topic. But god damn, man, this shit shouldn't be even allowed on this platform. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. But if anything, I'm more frustrated for Etika than for myself. Because that man does not deserve to have his name be uttered in this fucking garbage that is YouTube drama. Period. Under any circumstance. That's all I have to say for now. I probably won't be streaming for a good minute. I'm really fucking pissed off right now. I would have probably screamed even louder on my mic. Because yesterday I felt like just blowing my fucking brains out. Because I couldn't believe what I had seen. Okay? And to the people that see me defending Keemstar, I'm not really defending Keemstar. If anything, I'm more defending Etika. But even if I am defending Keemstar, just because I'm defending Keemstar does not mean I'm kissing his ass and I'm a fanboy of Drama Alert. Because 4 years ago, yes, I was at one point. But then I saw how cancerous he was. And then I saw how a lot of the racist shit that he's done in the past, which I think he's learned his lesson now. Okay? But after seeing the shit that Keemstar has done in the past, 4 years ago, I stopped watching Drama Alert. Hell, I stopped watching Scares too. I gave up on drama channels because I thought that they were starting to become fucking irrelevant. Same with channels like Leafy is Here, which I kind of do miss, and I'm glad he's coming back. Because I used to laugh at his shit because I thought it was fucking dumb. And you have channels like Grade A Under A coming back now. It's ridiculous, man. I can't believe this shit. But this is just my thoughts and opinions. If you watch this live somehow, I'm sorry if you came in late or something to this entire stream. I can't record videos on my computer because my computer just sucks dick, so I decided just to live stream it. But this is my thoughts on the issue. I'm very pissed off with this right now. I probably won't talk about this subject again. But this is just my opinion, my take on the situation. If you would like to start a discussion in the comments, I'm more than welcome to. And I apologize if I came off as very aggressive, very angry, and a little somewhat biased. I apologize. I tried to be as neutral as I could in the situation, but there was just a lot of wrong with Ethan in this entire situation, and same with Pokimane. But I'm not so worried much about It's a Gundam and his situation right now, mainly because he still has a sponsorship. He lost one, but he still has another one, so he should be fine right now. But either way, Pokimane and Ethan, very unprofessional and really fucking low, guys. Really low. And I hope that this affects your career negatively. Not to the point where you're getting harassed or getting death threats or getting fucking sexually harassed. But I mean to the point where it'll affect the sponsorships that may come to you. Or the sponsorships you may be looking for. I hope it affects you in that way. Because honestly, after this, you don't deserve sponsorships. You have no right to sponsorships. But anyways, that's it. If you like this, if you enjoyed my rant, please leave the like on this stream. Dislike it if you didn't like it. Comment what your thoughts of this situation are. I tried to give you as much information as I could. Rest in peace, Etika. Joy-Con boys for life. And as Etika would say, have yourself a damn good one. Stay gold. Bang.